The Jurassic World trilogy, known for creating some of the most ambitious and big-budget adventure movies out there, it is no wonder how they have been so successful. Even having to start out living up to the expectations that its predecessors set, this trilogy more than delivered, providing its audiences with breathtaking cinematography and grade-A acting from some of the most famous actors in the entire world. While many people didn't know what to make of the Jurassic Park series returning, these movies have shown that it was definitely the right call. Jurassic World, released in 2015, is the fourth installment in the series and the first of a new trilogy. Set 22 years after the events of the first film, it still takes place on the same island seen in the first two films, but the dinosaur-based theme park is called Jurassic World and operates on an extremely large scale. Starring Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, and Vincent D'Onofrio, this film puts the next generation of Jurassic Park movies in good hands, with phenomenal actors taking the reins. With a budget of $150 million, the film made $1.671 billion at the box office and received mostly positive reviews from critics, with the common consensus being that while it's not as good as the original or inventive, it is still a great movie and a lot of fun.
The fifth installment in the Jurassic Park series and the second in the Jurassic World trilogy was released in 2018 and directed by J.A. Barona. Starring Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, and B.D. Wong, this film takes place not long after the events of Jurassic World and brings out characters on even more thrilling and action-packed adventure. While the film was created on a budget somewhere between $170 to $187 million, it made over $1.3 billion at the box office and received mostly positive reviews. But similar to Jurassic World, it was just not as well received as the earlier installments. This film did have more dinosaurs in it than any of the other previous installments, and more of an emphasis on the CGI, really showing its audience how ambitious they were trying to be. Though not the best film in the franchise, it clearly holds its own as a major player in the new wave of action-adventure films.
Jurassic World Dominion, released in 2022, is a sequel to Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and the third installment in the Jurassic World trilogy. The film is set 4 years after the events of Fallen Kingdom and shows the aftermath of what was seen in the last film. Starring Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum, this film utilizes elements from first movies in the franchise, noticeably giving characters from the original movies relatively big roles, giving them the opportunity to be very important in the overall story. While the filming and production of the film went on hiatus during the initial shoot due to the COVID-19 pandemic, they persevered and released a fantastic movie which received mixed reviews but performed very well at the box office, taking in $1 billion at the box office against a budget of $165 to $185 million.
As a result of this franchise's massive success, special effects and the use of CGI might not even be close to what it is today. And while it might just be another example of Spielberg's genius, it also inspired an entire new generation of young, aspiring filmmakers who want to create the same thing for the next generation.